Greetings everyone and welcome to Final Fantasy XII The Zodiac Age, the recently remastered version of Final Fantasy XII, I guess you could say. Now I've been afforded the opportunity to play this game thanks to Square Enix, and additionally it is thanks to Lady Sheila that I am able to share this experience with you. For those on my channel who've been wondering where my videos have been for the last couple of days, technical shenanigans. See, this game represents a first for a number of reasons for my channel, and the chief among them is that this is the first time I've played a console game on my channel. I'm playing it from my PS4, and I'm recording it via Lady Sheilab's PC because my one threw a tantrum when I tried to get the PS4 to play with it. Yeah, the less said about that, the better, because that was just 2 days of frustrating technical difficulties. Nevertheless, we're here now, and I'm super excited to be able to share this game with you. Now, just a quick forward, the Zodiac Age effectively is the first chance for people outside of Japan to play Final Fantasy XII with the international Zodiac job system enhancement, I guess you could say. Final Fantasy XII is a bit of an old game now. It was released in 2007, give or take a few months depending on your region, and shortly after that, an enhancement to the game was released, the international Zodiac job system, which really did expand the game in a number of amazing ways, from increasing the kind of choice you had over your main playable characters, the ability to basically assign them classes, to enhanced battle mechanics, more voice acting, different items, new game plus modes. It really did expand the game enormously, and it was always a shame that it wasn't available outside of Japan until now. So if you yourself have always wanted to play with the international Zodiac job system, this is your chance. It is available as of the 11th of July 2017, and with all of that said and done, let's go ahead and jump into the game. Now, after that curiously long fade there, we'll get a couple of options that we can change. For example, we've got the original reorchestrated music set. We're going to be going with reorchestrate. You can change the language set. We can do a few odds and sods. But the important things for us here are the speed mode multiplier. With this version of the game, we can press a button that will simply accelerate the speed of the game, either by 2 times or 4 times. Very useful for any kind of grinding. If you're grinding in an area, just trying to kill things to raise levels, because this is Final Fantasy, then this would be very useful. It doesn't accelerate dialogue, so you can still even play the game at this accelerated level. Now, I've played it for about an hour or so in testing the recording environment, and I found that times 4 was a little bit too much. I could scarcely navigate at times 4. I just kept running past doors and smashing into walls and things, so we'll leave it at times 2. Of course, we'll be turning subtitles on, and we'll also be having vibration function on as well, because, you know, why not? Screen shake will be left off because I don't actually know anyone who likes screen shake. I certainly don't. And with that, we're just about ready to begin the game. The final thing I have to say is that this is a Final Fantasy game, obviously, but along with that comes a few things. I know some people dislike it when I talk over cutscenes, however, I am going to be talking over them here. Thankfully, I am probably going to be in awe of the cutscenes myself, so my commentary during them will be reserved to laughing when something funny happens, or perhaps just commenting on interesting things that are going on. But if I didn't talk during a cutscene in a Final Fantasy game, I would probably play it for 100 hours and only talk for 8 of them. So, you know, forewarned is forearmed on that one, and with that, let's go ahead and begin. Put your feet up, grab a cup of tea. As I said, this is a Final Fantasy game, so we are into for, well, probably about 10-20 minutes of cutscenes at the beginning. Awesome cutscenes. Awesome airships, too. Kingdom of Damaska, the royal city of Rabanastre, year 704. Nice bit of diversity in the species around here. Bunny ladies, wow. Oh, that's just cheating. Having 4 arms and playing the drums, my lord. That's actually quite sweet.
In the name of the Father, and in the presence of these holy relics, I hereby pronounce you man and wife from this time forth. May the blessings of the gods light your path for all eternity. Faram.
Faram. Oh dear, that was a rather sudden change in pace.
Following this, Arcadia should launch an attack by both land and air. Our kingdom will stand little.
Nabudis has fallen.
Impossible!
My father? I know not. I am sorry.
If Nabudis has indeed fallen, it is only a matter of time before they reach the borders of Dalmasca. There is nothing to halt their advance.
Secure Nalbina with all haste.
I will go.
And I will go at his side.
Really? I mean, you've got a young boy. I mean, I suppose your father. Okay, I'll give you a pass, but I don't know. Unless this is a few months later, in which case I guess you haven't only just got married, but still. I wonder how chocobos like flying.
Galtea, stand watch over your life.
That I be considered worthy.
His voice is a bit deeper than I would expect given his face. Actually got quite a commanding presence as a result of that, I'd say. Damascus something border. Probably Dalmasca Nabudis border. Oh my goodness. How on earth can they tell who they're meant to attack and who they're meant to not? There's reasons why knights wore brightly coloured tabards. That is just a battle waiting for you to stab your best friend.
The fortress is lost! We must withdraw!
No! The paling still stands!
Shield beyond sight, ne'er failing light.
Oh dear, he had to say it, didn't he?
The paling's fallen!
Then it's over!
For my father. For my father!
Lord Rasler!
No, 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 don't try to pull it out. If he's lucky, he's wearing a silk undershirt, and the skilled surgeon will just be able to coax the arrow back out without causing any additional damage. Well, it's impressive that they've got airships that appear to be firing cannons, but they're not using guns. He wasn't wearing a silk undershirt.
Father, descend and guide your bodies return to the earth. Great Father, guide your spirits return to the Mother of all. There you shall find peace. Pharaoh.
Wow. Not really clear how much time had passed, but that's quite harsh. I get the impression that it was fairly quick, so man.
The death of Lord Rasla Heos Nabradia was but one of many tragedies to befall the Kingdom of Dalmasca. The air of hope that had surrounded Her Royal Highness Princess Asha's wedding was now quite lost. Dalmasca had been set adrift at the mercy of history's restless tides.
Very poetic way of putting it.
At this time, two great empires struggled for dominion over Ivalice. Arcadia in the east, Rosaria the west. The invasion of the Kingdom of Nabradia was Arcadia's first step in its westward march. With Lord Rasla's beloved homeland consumed by the hellfires of war, it seemed clear that Arcadia would soon mete out a like fate to Dalmasca. The fall of the fortress at Nalbina told the destruction of the greater part of Dalmasca's forces. A counterattack was mounted by the Order of the Knights of Dalmasca, ever brave and faithful. But against the martial might of the Arcadian armies, they stood little chance of victory. Indeed, their defeat was to be absolute. Soon thereafter, Arcadia came forward, offering terms of peace, or, as one might rather put it, terms of Dalmasca's surrender. Lord Rabanastre, King of Dalmasca, and my dear friend, had no choice but to accept these terms. It was, thus, only with reluctance that he set out for Nalbina Fortress, now under Arcadian occupation, to affix his seal to the Emperor's Treaty of Peace. The king had scarce departed his royal city of Rabanastre when the remnants of the Order made their return, and not a moment too soon, for a terrible revelation awaited them. The treaty would be signed with steel and writ in royal blood.
You there? Can you hear me?
Yes, but it appears that you're talking through a fishbowl.
It's as I feared. They're slowing us down.
Do not say that. Not all of us are here for love of battle. He fights to defend his homeland. Your name?
Rex, sir. My name's Rex.
Oh, the
Good.
puns.
Rex.
Oh my goodness.
You bore a few cuts, but you are still whole. Well, can you stand?
I'm really suppressing the urge to make puns about his name right now. I hope you're proud of me. It's taking all of my
Think you can
willpower.
fight?
I'm fine, sir.
How old are you, Rex?
17, sir.
Young. Family?
My brother is all I have left, sir. He's 2 years younger than I, living in Rabanastre.
So young. You're barely old enough to be a man. You shouldn't be forced to wield a sword.
No, sir. I want to fight. For my homeland. And for my parents.
It's time, Bosch. Save the discussion for later. We must reach the king before they act, or all our efforts will be in vain.
I'm aware of the situation.
We found them! Over there!
Bosler, go ahead. I will handle this rabble.
Godspeed.
Look at that swagger. How many did he just kill? 3, 4, 5, 6. So, if each of our soldiers is worth
Steady,
6 of
Rex.
theirs, how did we lose?
Keep your wits about you and you'll make it.
We move!
Well, I suppose the obvious answer is they had more than 6 times as many soldiers, but that shenanigans, I call. You must always be mindful of your surroundings. Use the right stick to look around. We are now in an obligatory tutorial about the controls that is going to sort of break the fourth wall and then sort of try to do the tutorial within the game. It's weird, but we're going to go through it anyway. So use a way to spot Imperials. Go on, give it a try. Okay, let's try and spot some Imperials. Are there any Imperials around? There's probably quite a lot, actually. There we go. Use the left stick to move, Rex. Tilt it slightly to walk, and further to run. You can walk, yes? Come, stand before me. I'll do my best. So walking, running, walking. Do you see the marker above my head? Wow, it really is getting fourth wall. I mean, it was talking about sticks and buttons, but the point is, you see this icon floating above my head? I'll never reference it again, but that's the talk icon. You can talk to any character showing one of these. To talk to someone, approach them and press X. Try talking to your friend by the gate. Oh, a friend? Why? Oh, perhaps he was one of the people who went down with me. Okay. Hello. Dalmascan. I can only assume that is not your name, and that I am a really bad friend. Life is worth too much to throw it away, Rex. He knows my name. Do what you can, but don't try to be a hero. Save the hero stories for your brother once we're back. He even knows I've got a brother in Rabanastre. Wow, I'm a jerk. We've clearly had long conversations, but I still don't know his name. Just listen to the captain and we'll get through this. Wow. I'm sorry, but the lack of name for you probably indicates that you won't get through this. We'll enter the fortress through this gate. We must go. I even know his name. And well, actually, I guess it would make sense that you would know a superior's name. I'll let you off, Bash. Or Bass. Bosh, I guess. See the marker above your head? That's called an action icon. One of these will appear when you approach a door, a switch, an item, or the like. To learn more about what you've found, walk closer to the icon and it will change. Then press X. Now, try opening the gate. There we go. It is time. We will drive back any Imperials standing between us and the King. Dalmasca's future hangs in the balance. Stay focused on the foes before you, Rex. I'll watch rearward. You can open the party menu by pressing triangle. From the party menu, you can examine your equipment and inventory. That red line is a hostile target line. Take heed. You're being targeted. When a foe targets you, the line is red. When you target a foe, the line is blue. If you see a red line, look for foes at once. If they are not readily apparent, use the right stick to look around. When you've found them, press X to open the battle menu. Once you've selected attack and targeted a foe, close distance using the left stick. You'll automatically attack until your foe is defeated. And I guess we're thinking very positively here because we didn't mention the other option. You can change targets or actions at any time. If your HP falls, press X to select items from the battle menu, then use a potion. After using an item, you will automatically resume your previous action. There is no need to input your commands again. Well, that's quite useful. You can do it, Rex. Show me. Well, if you're so confident I can do it, why do I need to show you? Come on then, you. Now, I don't believe that there are any benefits to positioning yourself behind an enemy, but I could be... Wow, we demolished him, but I guess it was 5-1. But still, I don't think there's any, flanking bonus, but I could be completely wrong. We might see later on, it'll pop up a tutorial message or something.
Captain?
There you go with that. Well, actually, okay, I was going to say with those eagle eyes, but that was actually sticking out like a sore thumb. Still, I'm pretty impressed that you spotted that one archer in the middle of the battle aiming at your lord. Obligatory weak boss battle to show you what boss battles are. I'm giving it a little bit of giving it a little bit of stick here, but I actually do quite like the way that Final Fantasy does this sort of stuff. Gently easing us in. Actually, what other things can I do? Status, inventory, config. Let me see. Oh, hang on. Cure and Thunder. Really? I've got white magic and black magics. Wow, Rex is a little bit more accomplished than I thought. But we do have a couple of potions and high potions, which is good to know. Let me actually see. Sure, okay, let's see. Since this is a mechanical enemy, I'm going to guess that thunder will have a better effect on it. Ow. That did kind of hurt. I think that's more damage than I'm doing with my sword. Okay, we blocked. No idea what affects that. Probably just like a basic block chance. But definitely my thunder is doing a lot better than my physical attacks. And I also like the fact that I can move around while casting, which is pretty cool. Actually, I'll let that attack go through. Womp. There we go. And we'll immediately use thunder again. Do that. Ouch. Oh. Looks like we dropped it below a certain threshold. This would be this game's version of limit breaks.
Headline, this is Sunbury. My engines are hit. She'll not hold much longer.
We receive you, Tomberry. You've leave to retire. Well fought.
My thanks, Antlion.
Whilst we're just stood there not attacking it. Also, did we hear all of that? Because if so, then it wasn't just your engines that got messed up. Your comm system got badly damaged. Either that or it's a really badly designed one. Doesn't pay for the enemy to be able to hear everything you're saying. Especially when you're saying, I'm hit, I've got to retreat, I'm weak. That's possibly the worst thing you would want, the last thing rather you'd want your enemies to know. Why are you focusing on me, Scallywag? Seems that MP is slowly regenerating in the bottom right. There is no simple way through the fortress. The minimap at the top right of your screen may not be enough to gain your bearings. Should you lose your way, consult your location map by clicking the touchpad button. This will bring up the map of the fortress we gave you before we set out. If you still find yourself at a loss, pressing the L3 button will allow you to view the location map as you move. Navigate your way through as you see fit. That is actually quite useful. It's kind of like, well, many games have map overlays these days, but Diablo springs to mind. Let's carry on through.
Vossler! Where are you?
What if Captain Ivalice has fallen?
Don't talk such nonsense. Vossler's laughed in the face of death far too many times for him to stop now. Men like him don't die in places like this.
That's a beautiful sentiment, but
we must
so
make
naive.
haste to reach the king. We will take him to safety.
Is His Majesty unharmed?
He'll agree to an unconditional surrender. They wouldn't dare touch him until the wax on his seal is dry.
But if we arrive after he signed the treaty...
Wait. Quickly, Rex.
Did it only just occur to you? Where are we going? I guess we're going to actually... No, we're going to explore a little bit. Yes, I know the king is in danger. Secretly, I also know that doesn't matter how fast we get through this area, what's going to happen is going to happen. Also, I am possessed of an impossible urge to explore everything. Ahead we will find many Imperials, but we need not fight them all. Oft-times retreat is the wiser course. Should the need arise, press and hold R2 to run from your foes. There is no shame in fleeing from a battle that serves no purpose. Wise advice. See, you're really practical at some times, and then just hopelessly romantic at other times. Okay, well, let me through, darn it. Oh dear, there's a lot of people. Did I really want to go through? Now, I'm fairly certain that this little area is basically, yeah, they're just going to continuously reinforce, but urge to explore very, very strong. Can I get through there? No. Okay, no, that's fine. That's fine. It's fine, let's go. Head back this way. Have they... Oh dear, my allies are in a fight. My bad. Wait, really? Guys? Guys? Oh my lord. I'm gonna have to... I am actually gonna have to flee. I wasn't aware that... Can I not move this around? There... No? There we go. I want this Damascus soldier. Let's try and help you out a little bit. Pomp. There we go. Right. Time for us to leave. Now, go, 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 go. We're fleeing. Move. I wasn't actually sure if that was legitimately something we had to do or not, or whether it was just an in-case moment, but it looks like it was just going to keep reinforcing there until we did flee. Here we go. Obtained a potion. Not too bad. Not bad at all, actually. Now, if you press the speed up button, there we go, moving quite quickly. Battles will play out in sped up mode as well, which is very, very useful for a number of reasons. Again, there is a bit of grinding in this game, as with any Final Fantasy game. If you want to get higher levels to go to a new area, you just need to grind against foes. There's a couple of things in this game specifically that benefit from grinding, that we'll get to in a moment, such as the way that you can chain up attacks on similar creatures and you gain increasing benefits from it. But we'll cover that in a bit more detail when we get to it. This is a save crystal, Rex. You can save your progress by approaching the save crystal and pressing X. Touching one of these crystals will also fully restore your HP and MP. Though you will gradually recover MP as you move about, it can take time. Do not miss this opportunity to refresh yourself and your allies. There is more I would tell you, but we've no time. Heed the lessons of the battlefield and you will do well. Come, we must reach His Majesty before it's too late. Now, one of the nice things that were added in the Zodiac Age remastered version is autosaves. Now, I'm not sure about the mechanics behind when autosaves trigger and how frequently, but they are there, which is a big improvement over when they weren't, I guess. Because previously, this was literally, you had to get to a save crystal. I mean, it's fairly common in a lot of console games that you have set places where you can save the state of the game. Okay, game saved. One of the other things that has actually been improved with the Zodiac Age is load times are significantly faster between areas, I'm assuming between save games as well.
Sir, we have little time. You must go to the king.
Wait,
I'll handle these.
Really? You only just got beaten up?
Quite well.
Oh, never mind, there's actually less of them. For some reason, I thought there was like 5 or 6. Okay, I think we can handle 3, though it does beg the question, once again, if we can handle 3, and there's just one of us, then why on earth did we lose the battle of Nalbina Fortress? In fact, in this fortress. Why is this fortress under control of Arcadian forces if every one of our warriors can take out 3 to 6 of theirs relatively easily? I mean, that being said, I'm down to half health, but I mean, all 3 of them were so badly beaten up, they just disappeared. I mean, that's a level of face stomping that is usually reserved for gods. Okay, we appear to be really far behind everyone else, actually. Okay, now, let's see. Should we heal up? No, actually, I'm fairly certain that we don't need to. Suspiciously quiet. Also, considering the death on the floor, it was suspiciously lacking of bodies on the floor when we were peeking through the door. Though it does kind of need to be asked, how can you be so unused to the sight of death, being a soldier? Well, that being said, you are only 17, so I guess... And actually, this is a little bit more than just the sight of bodies, I suppose. Some of them may have been your friends.
Majesty.
What a twist!
Captain, why? Our king, what have you done?
The king intended all along to sell Damascus to the Empire. His Majesty was a traitor.
Wow. Bosh took a very sudden dark turn there. As did his voice, curiously.
He's the insurgent. Hello.
Well, so much for peaceful negotiations.
We'll never surrender to you. We are not cattle to be sold by a traitor king.
But the war is over, my dear captain. You have lost. Dalmasca is the property of the Empire now. And to think we intended to let you keep some of your sovereignty. Out of respect.
That was said
now
with...
you've gone and ruined that. Haven't you, Captain?
Distaste.
We will never bow to you.
And the people of Dalmasca will hate you for it. Take the captain away.
And will someone please try and help the guy who's like bleeding out on the floor there? Or not, I guess.
Pretenses of peace left by the wayside, the Arcadian forces resumed their advance toward Rabanastre. Dalmasca's doom had been decided. To make resistance would serve no end. With this foremost in my thoughts, I to the people of Dalmasca. Sons and daughters of Dalmasca, I bid you lay down your arms. Raise songs of prayer in their stead. Prayer for His Majesty King Raminas, ever merciful, a man devoted wholly to peace. Prayer, too, for the noble Princess Ash, who, wrought with grief at her kingdom's defeat, has taken her own life.
Oh, wow.
Know also that Captain Bosch von Ronsenberg, for incitement of sedition and the assassination of His Royal Majesty King Raminas, has been found guilty of high treason and put to his death.
With a capital D, no less.
They who at this late hour choose still the sword are cut of the same cloth as the captain. Traitors who would lead Dalmasca to her ruin. Dalmasca's surrender without terms was soon to follow.
Well, that's a rather grim note. Obligatory sewer level, it seems. I may as well get it out of the way early, I suppose.
Hurry it up or they'll find us.
I know. Just a little more. You keep an eye out for me up there, Kites. 1, 2, 3 more. All right. Time to clean house.
Of rats. Okay. Well, welcome to the first playable character we're going to encounter in the game, I suppose. And also to the first encounter with rats in a sewer level. Whether there will be other encounters with rats in sewer levels or just sewer levels, I have no idea, but I suspect they probably will. It's kind of a staple.
Wow, Vaughn, you got them all yourself? Guess I know who to call when something big comes along.
Hey, it's good practice for the desert. I'm ready for anything now.
Really? Anything? Are you sure about that?
That's enough for today. You should get back to Miguel's place, Kites. Aren't you running errands for him?
Oops, totally forgot. You should come, Vaughn. He's busy today. Might have some work for you to do, too.
I've got other, work to do.
Oh dear.
Hey, lock this place
Quotes
up
around
quickly.
work is
When
never
Miguel finds out we've
a
been
good
down
sign.
here, he'll tan our hides.
He might even cut them off first. Because honestly, how else are you going to tan hides? It's super awkward if they're still attached to the thing that once wore them. Year 706, Old Valendian. 2 years after the fall of Dalmasca. And since Vaughn was Rex's brother, that would make him 17 at the moment.
Sir, you haven't paid, and I... What? Haven't paid? On second thought, please, sir, take it. It's a gift.
Leave the poor sod be. We don't want trouble today.
Obligatory, unjust, occupying force is obligatory.
Sorry.
Honestly, you actually have to have one in every game. I think it's the law.
What? My patch! It's gone! The boy! Get out the way! Oh!
Really? Just running around with this massive pouch full of coins that you stole.
Hey, that's mine.
What do you mean yours?
It's hers now.
You've been stealing again. What happens if they catch you? We need you to be there for us, Vaughn. You're no good to anyone if you're locked away in a dungeon.
Oh, what? Am I the leader now? We're orphans. The first thing you learn is you gotta watch out for yourself. Come on, Pinello. You know it as well as I do. Hey, you give that back. What do you think you're doing?
Watching out for herself by the looks of it.
Of Dalmasca's property.
She learns fast.
The Imperials stole it from us, so it's only fair that we take it back. It's our duty as Dalmascans. Well, wasn't that what you said?
Yeah, but I never said anything about taking it back from me.
This is for that bread you took the other day. Just because I help Miguelo out every now and then, it doesn't mean that you get to eat for free too, you know.
I know that. You think I like living like this? One of these days, I'll fly an airship of my own. I'll be a sky pirate, free to go where I will.
Oh, it seems as if she likes that
Well,
wishful thinking in
You'll
you.
never fly anything if you're rotting in a dungeon.
That is true. Unless the dungeon can fly. A flying dungeon,
Miguel
oh my
had
lord.
some errands that need doing. He wanted you to drop by his place.
Not sure we have time.
Might be a good idea to lend a hand.
Flying dungeons aren't going to find themselves, you know. Your location map often bears a mark showing your destination. Consult the map when you're unsure of where to go next. Very well. World map has been added to the party menu. Fantastic. Okay, now, as forward, I'm pretty much going to talk to everyone because it's an RPG. That's what you do. Can I go back this way? Oh, I can. Oh dear. I went through a transition. Perhaps I shouldn't have. I should probably make myself scarce right about now. Yeah, probably should actually. I didn't mean to go through a transition. They usually got like dots or something. Hello. Rabanastre. You getting into trouble with the Imperials again, Vaughn? What, you know my name? Well, try and be careful. If not for your own sake, then for Miguelo and Pinello, okay? Oh man, are you a friend as well that I don't... My goodness, these brothers! Is this family entirely incapable of remembering the name of their friends? There sure are a lot of Imperials out today. I think they're so great, but I hate them. Probably shouldn't say that out too loud, even if you are a lonely boy. There is literally an Imperial stood right there. Hey mister, you want to hear about the history of Rabanastre? It won't cost you much. I mean, you know, I gotta eat too. Fair enough. Let's see, 1 gil ought to do it. Sure, let's hear it. Okay, so 2 years back, Rabanastre lost the war with the Empire. That's when all the guards came and made us live under the city. That's a bit harsh. The Empire has one person who runs the city and everything. He's called the Consul. A new Consul's coming today, that's why there's so many guards. Kind of short, huh? Don't worry, I'll try and find some new things for next time. Well, okay, fair enough. I mean, it was only 1 gil it cost, so I don't know what I was expecting. But I'm getting definite Midgard flashbacks here with the whole living under the city. That Miguelo's made quite a name for himself. What with the sundry shop of his and all. There's one banger a fella could take after. Okay. Hello. Step back now. I haven't finished interrogating these two yet. Fair enough. This would be a what? Magic shop. We probably don't need that quite yet. Someone over there, but I'll probably be going back that way in a little bit. We've got to go head south, I believe. It's sweltering. Even here in the shade. Maybe I'll head up to the Santy and get something to drink. Okay, I can only assume that's a good idea. Vexed. Okay, has he got a vexed expression? I mean, he hasn't got a happy expression, so I guess we could assume that he's vexed, but how on earth can we just tell that he's a father? They've closed all the stairs to Lowtown. Can you believe that? I don't care how important the day is. This is absurd. I agree. I'll go and have a stern word with this Imperial. No traffic in or out of Lowtown until the Lord Consul's assumed his post. No exceptions. I get the impression that Vaughn is not someone who cares too much for restrictions. Wistful Banger. Oh, so Banger is what they are. Okay. Only been 2 years since Princess Ash took her own life, but it seems like Rabanastre has been in the Empire forever. Not that I'm complaining, you understand? He said, nervously, glancing at the guard. Miguelo? Fetting the new consul? Miguelo this, Miguelo that. That's all I ever hear these days. Ooh, bit of envy I detect in your voice there. Is that all that I can go through? No, it's not. They are highlighted. Like this one, for example, which, by the looks of the icon, is Panamis's Protectives. I might want to head in there at some point. Hello? Town gossip. There's a nervous energy running through the whole city today. With the new consul coming, I suppose it's to be expected. That's fair enough, I suppose. Hello. Bucko. Ooh, you're not a Rabanastre. Everyone sure seems busy today. You, Kites, Pinello, me? Don't worry, I've got my own work to keep me busy. Are you a protege? Is that why I know your name? Are you someone I'm training in to work with quotation marks? I'm going to be so rich that, I know, I'll be rich enough to buy an airship. You can ride it anytime you want, Vaughn. I am deeply surprised that there wasn't a for the right price appended onto the end of that statement.
Vaughn, I was waiting.
Oh, that voice is so awesome.
Need something?
Had me some packages supposed to be arriving by courier. In the morning, perhaps he ran into some trouble out in the desert. Now I've no foodstuffs to prepare for the banquet tonight.
Oh dear, the council will go hungry.
Hey,
Such
no
a shame.
problem.
No problem. The desert teems with trouble. I'd be sending you to an early grave, my boy. No, I've arranged for some replacement goods from Tomage over at the Sandsea.
So, you want me to go to the tavern to pick him up?
Actually, I asked Kites to do that. Wouldn't you know he's gone missing on me, too.
Seriously, I love this guy's voice.
Shop and I've Pinello on another chore at the moment, you see. What I want you to do is run over to the Sandsea and fetch Kites back. What do you say?
Sounds wild.
Hey, don't be ungrateful.
It's easy work, and you'll thank me for it someday.
Come to the East End to do some shopping, but there's so many shops, I just don't know where to begin. Begin at the one that has the stuff that you came here to buy. Do anything suspicious, we'll lock you up so fast your head'll spin. Don't think we'll let you off because you're young, neither. Duly noted. My friend here says there are 14,264 cobblestones in the southern plaza around the corner, not including the tiles in the fountain, but even with the stones by the city gates. Of course, he could be counting the flagstones too. That would be another matter altogether. Oh, what are you? You like, I don't know. What are you doing with your stomach? That is just weird. But I am assuming that they may be architects of some sort. Right. Actually, that is an area exit without a shop. Right, where have I got to go? Never mind, we've actually got to go back the way we came. Okay, heading that way. Weapon shop. Amal's weaponry. Okay. Good. I am almost certainly going to need to make some purchases soon, I'm thinking. On that note, though, let's have a quick check. We've got the world map now. The world map lets you view places you previously visited. Purchase maps to see unexplored areas. Okay. So, do we have anything else? Do I have Lowtown? Oh, I actually do have Lowtown. I guess that makes sense, since I'm assuming Vaughn lives there? Possibly? Rabanastre is where we are right now. Are these places I've already been? Oh, that would be where we just were, I guess. Alright. Very well. And equipment. Use the equip command to modify a character's equipment. Use optimize to automatically equip the best equipment available. Okay, we've got nothing else to equip, but just, actually, we should be... Can I see it in my inventory, perhaps? Just see what I've got. No. Oh, yes, actually. So we've got nothing else to equip. We've got 5 potions, though. And we can steal. Steal from one foe. License needed. Steal. Okay. Now, licenses are probably something that we're going to be covering shortly. In fact, I'm fairly certain it's something that we cover shortly. What are we going to find over here? John, another person with a name. Are you another protege? Oh, Vaughn, how are you doing? Lots of people out today. Thought I might try some of those tricks you showed me. Yes, absolutely another protege. Vaughn is raising an army of urchin thieves. This is fantastic. Are we going to become like Fagin, only the nice guy from the musical, not the one from the actual Oliver Twist, stories? Because, yeah, that one was quite a bad one, actually. We don't want to end up like him. We want to be a nice sing-songy Fagin. Innocently walking past the Sandsea I was when a sudden thirst seized me. But I ain't going in and gotta save McGill. That's spoken like someone who is fairly certain that they will not actually keep that promise to themselves. What was that? Baton's techniques. Techniques, rather. I guess it's techniques. What does this say? Can I interact with that at all? Alright. Techniques for all occasions, for the discerning warrior who trusts to his own body and mind rather than the smithy's lifeless steel. So techniques would be something that we will gain once we have selected our class or our license board. Oh my lord. This is a Moogle in this game. Final Fantasy XII has an interesting take on things. I think there's only 2 Final Fantasies that have non-Moogle looking Moogles, and this is one of them. I think the other one is 8, effectively. I don't think they're actually even called Moogles in Final Fantasy VIII, but I honestly can't remember. But they are so ridiculously adorable. Look at their tiny little shoes. Oh my lord. I want one. So bad, I want to carry around on my shoulders and just sit up there.
There you are, Kites. Stop loafing around.
Send them off to the
This is
cat.
it. This is why Miguelo's courier didn't get here on time.
A creature spotted in the Ester Sand. What is that thing?
Ah, Vaughn. Miguelo sent you too, did he?
He did indeed.
He's a busy man these days, that Miguelo, if I dare say so myself. I don't envy him the work, though. Not a bit. Quite the affair throwing a banquet to welcome the Imperials, eh?
Welcoming? We should be... whatever.
Vaughn, keep that for the shadows.
Say, Tomaj, what's this?
Nah, don't remind me. Got some nastiness out there in the Ester Sand. What's stopping our couriers? And that means shortages all around. Thought I'd put up a bill, offer a reward to anyone who can knock that nasty back in its place.
Obligatory fist pump.
Now that's work. Sounds 10 times better than running errands for Miguelo.
That's right. Vaughn, you should give it a shot.
Don't encourage Vaughn. He doesn't need it.
Now, Kites. He was waiting for you.
Oh, right.
So, here's how it works. People post bills here on the notice board when they have a monster that they need taken care of. Headhunters track people, right? Well, hunters track monsters. The monster you're hunting is called your mark. Here's the bill I posted for the Rogue Tomato. The Rogue Tomato. Fantastic. It is literally a tomato with teeth and on a doll's body by the looks of it. The mark I petitioned to have hunted. Do you want to hear all the details? Yes, that would help. Let's start with accepting hunt. You can't just take a look at the board and then go running off to hunt the mark. You'll miss out on the bounty. You gotta talk to the person who posted the bill, the petitioner, first. Let him know you're going on the hunt. So, you take this Rogue Tomato bill, for example, I posted it, so I'm the petitioner. You have to come talk to me. Let's just say that step's done, okay? Once your agreement's in place, the petitioner will tell you how to find the mark. Then, you hunt it, report back, and claim the bounty. Oh, and I'll give you something to help keep track of the hunts. A clan primer. Use it to refresh your memory about hunts you've accepted. You obtain a clan primer. And it has been added to the party menu. Hurrah! Go ahead and take this while you're at it. Just a little something to commemorate your first hunt. You obtain an Archaea amulet. Or armlet, rather. Looks like you can't even equip that yet. You know why? You don't have the license for it. Think of licenses as mileposts, marking your progress as your combat skills improve. Swords, bows, black magics, white magics, none of it does a lick of good until you have the license to use it. Same goes for that armlet. I have this sort of impression now of the society that people have the skills to do stuff without. No. I haven't received my license from the board of skill licensing, and thus I just can't do it. That would be against the law, and I am a law-abiding citizen in almost no way except for this one, actually. In fact, I spit on the law in almost every other instance, but this is sacrosanct. I cannot. It would be sinful. This pleases me greatly. Amuses my soul. Tomaj, how can I equip this great treasure you've bestowed on me, you ask? Easy. Learn by doing. Let's give it a try. Licenses has been added to the party menu. I'd say you're ready to hunt that mark for me. Oh, you'll be needing this to leave the city. Just show it to the watch at the gate. Did you just pin it on my chest or something? You obtain a writ of transit. The east gate's the one that you'll want to head out. Once you've taken care of the mark for me, let me know. Your work won't go unrewarded. Very well. Rogue Tomato! I was going to try and do all kind of epic movie voice for that, but I cannot say Rogue Tomato and keep a straight face. Try equipping the Archaea armlet. Use the licenses command in the party menu and obtain the accessories 1 license. Then use equip command to equip it. Now, normally, under the vanilla version of Final Fantasy XII, each character just has their own license board. We'll actually get to that in a moment, but we actually have an extra step, and this is probably talking about it. Warning, once you've chosen a license board, you can't change your mind, so choose wisely. I do not wish to repeat this tutorial, though. Okay, now, one of the really, really cool parts of the Zodiac Age expansion is this. In order to use weapons, armor, and magic, you must first obtain the proper license. Learn the licenses that support your playstyle to create your own unique party. You can really, really customize the characters in this game. They're not locked into a class from the beginning. In fact, we have no license board at all. We need to choose one, and this is the part that Zodiac Age adds. You must choose a license board in order to obtain the licenses. There are 12 boards, each allowing you to develop a character with unique abilities. Once you choose a board, it cannot be changed. Really pay attention to that, because, you probably wouldn't want to end up making a character that you like into something you don't want. Like, I don't know, turning Vaughn into a white mage when you really wanted him to be more of a brawler. But the classes are white mage, mages who wield healing and support magics. Ulan, warriors who wield spears to pierce enemy armor. Mechanist, warriors who snipe their foes with deadly precision. Interesting that their technique is charm. That is not a technique that I necessarily would have given to someone like a long-range fighter, but okay. Red battle mages equally skilled with maces and magics. Knights, stalwart warriors who wield sword and shield. Monk, warriors who temper their bodies into deadly weapons. Time battle mages who wield crossbows and bend time to their will. Foebreaker, warriors who use mighty weapons to tear their foes asunder. Archer, warriors who rain death on their foes from afar. Black mage, basically the opposite of white mage, uses elemental forces to form deadly magics. The Bushi, swordmasters who devote themselves body and soul to their lords. They use a katana, and their technique is use the mind's eye to strike. Interesting. And then there's Shikari, warriors who fight nimbly across hill and dale. They've actually got a first aid technique, which is quite nice. Now, I noticed that this one's got weapon daggers, and since none of the others specialize in daggers, I'm going to guess that Vaughn, by default, is intended to be a Shikari. However, I'm going to have a quick look at the various boards, because we can preview them and see what they're like. As you can see, it's kind of an interesting setup. Now, you gain access. These are hidden. You can look over them and see what they are, but you can't choose them until you've accessed one of the tiles in the cardinal directions beside it. So, for example, I can access this one from Light Armor 1. Over here, we've got Daggers 2. I could either go there from Light Armor 2 and then straight to Daggers 2, or just go to Light Armor 3 and then Daggers 2. I don't actually need to take Light Armor 2. Only if I want to wear the armor that this would give me. But if, for example, I had the opportunity to just skip that altogether and equip this kind of armor, then I might want to do that. I don't need to waste the 15 LP on unlocking this, which is quite an interesting system. There is a bit to be said about how much time you need to invest to really check out all of the boards. And I'm going to do that off camera for a moment and actually just check out a couple of the options that we have. And I'll bring you back when I've made some decisions for Vaughn. Okay, having looked through a couple of these, there were some that I just didn't have particular interest in at the moment. The two that most stand out for me right now are the Shikari and the Monk, based only on the fact that I'll be able to use their primary method of attacking straight away. I don't have the weapons for the others, but it may be possible that we can buy them. So I'm going to reserve the choice. I'm going to hold off on making that choice just yet until we've checked out some of the shops. I may even put it to a vote in the cards. I do not know yet. Rabanastre. In fact, you probably know before I will, because if I am going to put it in a vote on the cards, the card will probably show up about now, instead of when I've checked the shops. Right, I hear there's a mark out in the Easter Sand. Of course, the Imperials are too busy searching the city to worry over troubles beyond her walls. Those bloody Imperials, eh? Oh my god, so ridiculously cute. Look at his tiny little feet. Oh my goodness. And I can't tell, is that bauble attached to your head or to your cap? From the looks of it, your cap. That makes me a little bit sad. But at the same time, I do kind of like that they kept the bauble, even if they did turn you into a rabbit Moogle. You've still got wings, though. Are those wings? Please tell me they are. They are tiny little Moogle wings. Oh, my lord. So awesome. Right, Tavern Master. How are you, Vaughn? That creature in the desert has us chasing after supplies from dawn until dusk. Someone better do something and quick. Okay, I'll try my best. That's Tomage. Rabanastre. A parade to install this new console. They're just looking for an excuse to flaunt their might. Well, let fools strut, I say. But just don't say it too loud, okay? I heard you could still leave the city through the east gate, but when I tried to pass, I was turned away. Turns out they're only letting through people on business for the fate. Would it kill them to bend the rules? I hope no one heard me say that. Well, I mean, I did, but I don't think any of the Imperials did. Hello? I'm sorry, but the balcony is reserved for members of the Imperial Watch. Or so they've decided, at least. They're nothing more than two-bit sellswords, if you ask me. Very well, let's go and have a chat with them. Who gave you leave to come up here, boy? The balcony is reserved for the Imperial Watch. You're here. You're just a fine conversationalist. Oh well. Oh my lord, another one! Oh, there are far too many Moogles. I'm never going to get anything done. I'm going to keep stopping to peer at each one. Well, that's probably rude. I will have to try and restrain myself for now. Have you seen how many guards they've stationed in the southern plaza? I suppose it makes sense. That is where the city gates are. If you find yourself by Miguelo's, you should take a look, though. Not every day you see that many Imperials in one place. Okay, I guess I will. I mean, I'm heading back towards Miguelo's anyway. Gotta go and check up on Keats. Now, that is techniques. We aren't going to even care about that until we've selected what class we are. What do we have? Oops, pardon me, fine fellows. Right, let's have a look at that. Parties interested in the working of magics inquire within. Those seeking disquisition on the concoction of love filters look elsewhere. Okay, this is for serious business only. None of your shenanigans, please. That's what that sign said to me. Right, we've got a place. Let's have a look. Protectives. Peace of body and mind. That's what you get when you buy quality armor. Step inside and allow us to outfit you from head to toe. Very well. Though, honestly, I think all we need is a good vest to, cover up the place where all my organs are kept. Oh, my lord. My legs look fine, though. My legs are well defended. My abdomen and chest. I mean, I guess I've got a rib cage, which is a little bit of defense, but really, oh my lord. Hello, lively banger. Woman asked me for some advice on choosing the right piece of armor. Thought I'd give her the lecture. Care to listen in? No. Journeyman. Got to have proper protection before striking out looking for adventure. Be sure to pick up armor that's right for you. That means finding a piece that you have a license to equip. Having armor you can't wear is no better than having no armor at all. Because we are impossible sticklers for rules, apparently. Even when life and death are in the balance. I'm hoping this new console can really make things better in Rabanastre. I'm ready to put war and suffering behind me. Oh, that's quite a positive attitude. Hello. Panamis. We've many fine armors to choose from. If you see a piece you like, there's no time to buy like the present. Well, it does depend on how much they cost. I can buy a leather cap, but I've already got one. Oh, I could afford to buy one of the defenses for a white mage or a black mage, I assume. Maybe even a battle mage. I could also sell my stuff, but not for very much. I could, all told, be able to buy a full set of protective gear for one of the mages, though. So that is actually an option then. I may have to revise my list of possible choices. Let's go check weapons, though, first. In the market for a weapon, look no further. Whether novice or knight, Amal knows just what you need, even if you don't. Oh, well, that's fantastic, because I'm not sure what I need yet. I haven't made my mind up. What a helpful shopkeep. Okay, let's have a glance inside. Don't mind me, boy. Just inspecting the weapons. Have to be sure nothing inappropriate is making its way to the average citizen. Am I right? I guess. I mean, it makes sense. Sure. We call them monsters, but not all are created equal. Plenty will keep to their business if you keep to yours. Of course, if you go picking a fight, don't be surprised if they fight back. Oh, that is true, yes. Some weapons are good for range, some strike quickly. Find a weapon that suits your needs and stick with that. Very well, that's good advice. Another Moogle. Novice adventurer, so many weapons, so little gil. Yeah, I kind of feel you. Psh. What about all those pelts and fangs from the monsters you've killed? You know, the loot. Kupo? That's worth plenty of gil. Oh, they say Kupo too, that's amazing. I know, but it seems such a waste to just sell it all. Nonsense, you're only making things harder for yourself, Kupo. Why line your purse with loot when you could line it with gil instead? But there's more to it than that. The more loot you sell, the more bizarre goods you're likely to come across. But bizarre goods can be anything from sets of items at discounted prices to rare pieces of equipment you won't see anywhere else, Kupo. That's actually really good advice, Kupo. Might I interest the young master in some weapons? You might. Well, actually, depending on the price. I mean, oh, maybe not. I've got a dagger that is worth $390, but I somehow suspect that it will not be worth $390 when I try to sell it. Well, actually, $195 is a little bit better than I was expecting. Okay. See, the problem with that... Yeah, I can't really afford anything that I would want. They've all got the same attack power anyway, really, when you look at it. Very little difference there. Okay, well... Probably going to be sticking to the... daggers or the bare hand fighting, then. Unless there's some way that I can make gills super duper fast. Let's check in Miguelo's, actually. Newly refurbished and open for business. Everything's changed, except our low prices. Well done, Miguelo. You knew how to bring the punters in. You speak their language. Literally, everyone speaks the same language, which is actually a little bit weird. Hello, Kate. What's wrong, Varn? Aren't you going to get that rogue tomato? Shush, Miguelo can't know. You better hurry up before the settlement starts. They won't be able to get back into the city. That's a good point, actually. Always provide for a supply of restoratives before starting a journey abroad. A potion's ability to instantly rejuvenate health is priceless. And yet, it has a fairly fixed price, I'm fairly certain. I was hoping to come across a bargain or two in honour of the new console's arrival, but no such luck. Oh, Kites is back. He's been on tenterhooks ever since he walked in the door. Well, so long as he's not up to any mischief, I might have an idea why he's on tenterhooks. He's waiting for my report. Damn it, Kites, don't give me away. I don't know if it's because of the console or not, but things are just a little too on edge around here for my liking. If he thinks tightening the grip on the city will help, he's got another thing coming. People will only resent him the more. That is true. Always have more of a thing on hand than you plan to use. That's my philosophy. Better than running out of something when you really need it. That is a fair point. You have a look of mischief about you. What are you up to? Don't worry, I won't tell Miguelo. That would be a kindness, yes. Did you finish the chores Miguelo sent you to already? Well, the only one I'm aware of is bring Kites here, and yes, I did. Oh, my lord. Is it hopped up? Oh, my goodness, he's not actually stood on something. The little Moogle has jumped up so that they can talk to the shop clerk. That is so amazing. Oh, my lord. Hello. Welcome to Miguelo's Sundries. How might I be of service? I would like to see what you got. Onion arrows? Onion, sure, what? Eye drops? Oh, I can afford these, but I've already got 5 potions, so... no, I don't think we... Well... You know what, actually, yes. Yes, we'll buy as many potions as I can afford. You never know. You never know. Okay, well, that's all my money gone. Let's just hope that we can actually get more money soon. Now then, where am I going next? Probably not in... right, okay, yeah. Okay, so we need to go down here, and then we will soon be out. Speed up time a little bit. Oop, almost ran into people. My apologies, madam. Okay, a couple of people to talk to, it seems. The south and west gates are closed. If you've business outside the city, show a writ at the east gate, and be quick. She'll be closed soon. Okay. Well, that looks pretty. Is that a water? Oh, that's not a fountain. No, that's just the distance. Never mind. It's less pretty than I thought. Ooh, hello. Almost missed someone I needed to talk to. Well, I mean, I wanted to talk to. You always talk to strangers this way. Best learn to mind your place, churl. That's so rude. Just saying hello. This gate's already closed. I bloody hate dealing with crowds. That's probably not a good quality for a guardsman to have. Hello. It's going on for 2 years, Damascus being a province of the Empire. You'd think people would learn to accept it. Well, no, actually that doesn't surprise me too much. Gates closed until the consul's appointment ceremony is over. Okay. I had to try. I mean, come on. I'm fairly certain that is quite in character for Vaughn to push his luck. Right, what we got around here then? Any more people to chat with? It's at least one down here. His Excellency the Consul is worried the heightened watch will make the small folk uneasy. Small folk, really? Be thankful he's such a considerate man. Wow. He's humble too. Actually, that's a little bit unfair. Because the Consul could genuinely have said that, and it might honestly have been a concern. It's like, try to be subtle about it. Don't upset anyone. We don't want this to be marred. And then the guards are just kind of, oh, and you should be so thankful that he actually gives a damn about you tiny insignificant peasants. Unless the Consul's getting the bad name, even though they're actually a good guy. I guess I will reserve judgment until later. Hello. Not long before the Consul's appointment ceremony begins, the south and west gates have been closed as part of the heightened watch. Okay. Desert Merchant. I thought that said Dessert Merchant for a moment. It does say desert, doesn't it? Oh, my lord. Dyslexia is such an enemy of reading. Oh, my brain. I'm going to assume that says Desert Merchant because Dessert Merchant doesn't make any sense, though I wouldn't mind a Dessert Merchant right now. I made it in from the Easter Sands just before they closed the gates, but my friend was stopped before he could get through. Could you take him something for me? You asking me to take something through customs for you, because I've got a fairly good suspicion that I shouldn't be doing that, but sure, no problem. Excellent, you should find him just outside the east gate. A banger, like myself. Okay. And don't go selling that to pocket the guild for yourself, you hear? Is it valuable? Is it the sort of contraband that is worth a lot of money? Should I swallow it, or I put it somewhere that I probably would rather it not? I don't know. The less thought about that, the better, I guess.
You there, let's see some papers, boy. No public passage on account of the Lord Consul's parade.
Oh, gee, that's too bad. You see, it just so happens that your provisioner for the fete tonight, he sent me to pick up a few choice morsels for the consul's dining pleasure.
I'm definitely not carrying contraband.
I got the writ of transit right here. You see? Signed, Magello.
And that is the only thing I'm carrying. I have not got contraband anyway.
His food wasn't ready on time. And I sure hate to see him take it out on you.
The Lord Consul is a great man. I'm not one to take offense in such trifling matters.
Are you sure? You didn't sound too certain about that. It also looks like we've now got a crowd.
Move along, boy. Wouldn't do to keep the Consul waiting. Right. Gates are closed after this.
And by that, you mean that I will be allowed back in, I assume, because it's kind of useless me going and getting something if I can't bring it back. But since we've got a save crystal and this episode is already more than long enough, I think this would be a good place to save up the game and to wrap this episode up. I do hope you've enjoyed, though. And remember that I will have dropped down a poll card with the two choices. I think we are choosing between the monk and the shikari. So let me know which class you think Vaughn would best suit, or which class you'd rather me play with Vaughn. We can either be the shikari, so daggers and first aid, probably a bit of a rogue character, or the monk, unarmed or poles later on, and Achilles, inflict elemental weakness. Probably a good support skill, though the lack of an ability to heal is a little bit scary. We'll have to see how that one goes. So do let me know if you have a preference, but either by voting on the card, or you can just leave a comment down below, and at the same time, if you have any feedback at all, then that would be the best place to put it. But until next time, and as always, do take care, everyone.